Hey everyone, I'm gonna kind of show you how we're gonna make our graphic organizers today in order to plan out our story about our bug. So the first thing you need to do is you need to start off either with a blank piece of paper or an aligned piece of paper. You're gonna start off with one box right here. Now the first really important thing that we always need in a story is we need to have a character. So we know that we're writing a story either about a bug or from a bug's point of view. So I'm just gonna kind of pick any type of bug. You can do a ladybug, you can do a worm. I am just gonna do kind of like a bug with wings right here. Okay, and then after you're done drawing your picture, it's always really good that we label our pictures. So here is my character of the bug. And we know that all good characters have names, so you can make up any name you want. Let's name our bug Billy. So it'll be Billy the bug. All right. Now after we have our character, we need to have a setting of our story. Now remember, the setting is where it takes place. It can take place in a lot of different spots. You can have it in your own backyard. It can be at the park. I'm gonna have my setting take place at the beach because I really like the beach. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the sun, and then I'm gonna label that beach. And it's gonna be a nice sunny day for Billy the bug. Okay, now that we have our character in our setting, we need to think about what our story is going to be about. Now, when we make a story, we want to make sure that we have a beginning, a middle, and an end. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw 3 boxes to show the beginning of the story, the middle of the story, and then the end of the story. Now, remember the transition words that we use to show beginning, middle, and end. We use the words first, next, and last. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start our story with Billy. Now, Billy is going to be flying over the water on a nice sunny day. Now, one thing that is really a problem in our story is that Billy's really lonely and he doesn't have any friends. And so he's flying, but he's flying by himself. And he's kind of lonely and he wishes that he had someone to play with. So, in order to find some friends, Billy flies onto the sand of the beach and he finds some people. These people are really small compared to Billy. Bugs aren't normally that big, but that's okay. We don't have to be professional artists right now. Billy finds some people that are having a picnic on the beach and really wants to join the picnic because he sees all the yummy food and is like, oh, these could be my new friends. But then, you know what the people say? They would say what I would say if I saw a bug. They say, ah! And they're scared of Billy. So that makes Billy really sad. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a sad face right here. So Billy keeps on flying and he's really sad because he tried to make friends and couldn't. But then, as Billy's flying, he sees a caterpillar, and then he also sees a ladybug. And they're just crawling around, having a nice day, and Billy flies down to see them. So here's Billy. Now remember, we don't have to have the perfect drawing right now. These are just writing down our ideas. So Billy says hi to the bugs. And then the bugs say hi back. And they decide, hey, why don't we all hang out together? And so then they play all day at the beach in the sun. And now Billy the bug is very happy. The end. So that's kind of how my story's going to go. First, Billy's really sad and lonely, tries to make a friend, can't make a friend, and then at the end finds some more bugs and becomes friends with them. So now that I have a plan for my story, I need to figure out what point of view I want to tell this in. So I can either have this told by the bug. So that is when a character is telling the story. And when a character is telling the story, we're using words like I flew in the air, my wings. So that would be if the character is telling the story. We can also have where the author, or we also call that the narrator, is telling the story. And they would use words like he flew in the air, okay? Or they played together on the beach. And so I need to figure out which point of view I want to tell my story in. And you can pick whatever one you want. I think I'm going to tell it from the author's point of view. So that means I would need to be using words in my story like he and they. And now that we have a plan, we're ready to start writing later on.